A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
So, I've been having lots of problems with corns and stuff, and I was like, I really need to go and get these removed, but I didn't have much money. So I ended up signing up for this, science experiment. It was going to pay me, $200, but it was a fecal transplant. I ended up in someone else's ass. Not just any ass, it was old man ass. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that dude, but it wasn't worth the $200. So maybe next time I'll just, I don't know, sell myself or, oh, hey! Hey there, shitheads. I didn't see you there. So, thank you for torturing Hannibal and Monty. They've thoroughly enjoyed this particular round of torture that you subjected them to. Now, it's not the same kind of torture as, I don't know, being shoved up some old man's dirty ass, but, I wouldn't know anything about that. Now would I know? Anywho, or ho, enjoy the show. Hey there, little shit here. I gotta tell you, I had to sit through all of them freaking Joe Exotic songs for the torture episode today, and let me tell you, man, I would really like to have diarrhea of my ears to get rid of all the shit that music was. Oh my God, have you heard any of that? Anywho, as a special little present for payback for putting me through that, I have a treat just for Hannibal. Check this out.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Hannibal, the Beat Animal, 1/3 of Earth's Mightiest production trio team, and their friend. Shout out to Ace One, the Influence, Johnny Facebook, Famous Braska. Tune in, and support your boy. Let's talk some shit, all right? Let's go, let's get it.
That was for you, Hannibal.
Yes. Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah.
Thank you for filming yourself in front of a green screen. I couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah. See?
Right.
So this is normally we would have just flat out played this, but we figured we needed to do a little bit of intro for this.
Yes.
This is this was back on episode 90. Let me do my best Hannibal impression. Maybe an episode about and it didn't play. See, it didn't work. Or it was I got 5 on it. Don't fix it. Don't worry about it. We did our 5. Huh?
No, I was about to set it up. Go ahead. I was let you do
no, you can take it. You take it from here. Since I dropped the ball and fucked it up.
No, that's look, listen, I'm used to you fucking up and then carrying everything. Me and Zoe got this, all right? Don't even worry.
All right. I see how it is.
So look, all right, so check it out. So when we did an episode not too long ago where we basically perused FIVERR and we were checking out the best rappers on FIVERR, and we had you guys help us pick rappers, and we were going to send them some of my beats, and we were going to let the rappers we gave them random topics, and then we were going to take the best one, pay them, and then get a song done. Well, as it turns out, we sent out the beats, and we reached out to all these different rappers, and we only had one rapper respond to us. Well, we had 2 respond, but we only had one that actually followed through.
Yeah.
And he did such a great job with the song that Monty and I, Monty helped. I mean, Monty and I put together this awesome video of the song that the FIVERR artist did. So, that's what it is. So we wanted to give you guys a chance to. So if y'all didn't know, we paid a rapper on FIVERR, and the topic that you guys voted on was Alaska ain't shit. And I mean, it really ain't. Alaska really ain't shit. All right, it's basically just West Canada. All right, I don't even understand why we consider that the part of the United States. I know we bought it for cheap. You know what I'm saying? But Alaska is trash, all right? Juneau, Anchorage, all that shit is garbage, okay? Don't nobody give a fuck about y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so for all you shitheads, this is what we bought with money we made from y'all from the FIVERR episode.
Yeah.
So here we go. Suck it,
the
Alaska.
world premiere of Alaska.
Wait, hang on. Hang on, pause it. All right, there you go. Back it up. All right. Here we go. Zoe had to cue it up. She wasn't ready.
There we go. All right, so here we are. The shit show presents, Hannibal and Monty present the world premiere of Alaska Ain't Shit. This is what we paid for on FIVERR. There we go.
I'm all about them palm trees and sunshine, bro. Look. You know, bro, no one wants to live. Ass crack Alaska, freeze your nuts up and might lose your banana. Cause frostbite ain't no fucking joke, nigga. Let you like the shipper. Jump in the ice river, eat a silver dinner. Or you might just get ate back. Cause killer whales on the map. So you better be strapped. Cause the polar bear never lack. And that's a motherfucking fact. And who wants to see bad bitches wearing sweaters year round? No beach, no ass and titties, nah, bro. I ain't down. Fuck Alaska, that's what I say. I need to see the sun at least once a fucking day. Ooh.
Fuck Alaska, bitch. I don't wanna deal with no fucked up ice cold place. Fuck Alaska, bitch. I don't wanna freeze every time I'm in the shade. Fuck Alaska, ooh, I said fuck Alaska. Yeah. Fuck Alaska, I need you in every motherfucking way, yeah.
They should return that bitch back to Russia or nuke it so they get 1 day of summer. Fuck heaters, nigga. I need a bad bitch underneath the sheets, nigga. But ain't no big bad bitches there. Ain't no walking around in your underwear. And if the heater do die, you die. Who the fuck gon' save you, my guy? Fuck a blizzard. Fuck a place with no lizards. Fuck a Eskimo. I need a real hoe. And most of all, fuck snow. I'd rather be in a sauna drinking hot cocoa.
Fuck Alaska, bitch. I don't wanna deal with no fucked up ice cold place. Fuck Alaska, bitch. I don't wanna freeze every time I'm in the shade. Fuck Alaska, ooh, I said fuck Alaska. Yeah. Fuck Alaska, I need you in every motherfucking way, yeah.
Fuck Alaska. And fuck some goddamn hand animals. God damn it, I hate when they're right. No, they're definitely not right. Fuck hand animals. And definitely, fuck Alaska.
Hello. I want to play a game.
Stan is not a great Eminem song.
No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem song.
What did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty shit show. Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty shit show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty shit show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Like I was trying to say, I'm losing my train of thought. But like I was telling them, when we you're the one that suggested chainsaws. How are you gonna keep people's tongues from getting caught up in it?
No, the trick is you don't use the whole tongue, right? Like if you cut, like it's sort of like a circumcision. If you cut just the tip, it's okay.
Oh.
Anything more than that is a problem.
All right. But
there we go.
See, it still doesn't make sense.
Wait, Monty. I think we're live right now. I think we're.
Oh, we are live. Oh shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Wait, are we sized right?
Yeah.
Are we the same
Let's
height?
see. Let's see.
Line up.
Line your eyes up to exotic.
Okay.
And my glorious locks here. Line.
Yeah, and we definitely need to talk about that. But we are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck.
That's what I like to hear. Welcome to the Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I am Monty.
And this is episode 106. Maybe an episode about
Mama made us home.
Or
Kitty.
There you go. And if you don't know, cheap plug for something that I get nothing from other than one of my all-time favorite bands did a cover of Here Kitty Kitty, and it is fucking amazing. So, The Offspring did a cover of Here Kitty Kitty. Look it up on YouTube. It's here. Watch that shit. It's awesome.
Oh, that is hilarious.
So, yeah. Like, I like to throw y'all off a bit with the titles. So, Anyway, welcome to the shit show. How's it going, Hannibal? You ready for this? You ready for the torture?
Man,
you ready to release the anger from the torture?
So are we just not going to acknowledge the fact that you just, like, you've had so much sex with white women that your hair has just shifted dimensions or something?
No, I'm going for, as close to a Joe Exotic look as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in character,
Okay. I got you. I was about to. We about to have a lot to talk about at the Black people meetings.
Yeah. I would have cut this, but this is one of Zoe's wigs, and had some sticking out the front, so that it looked more like a mullet.
I got you. Okay. Well, yeah. Look, we are live. This is Hannibal and Monty's monthly torture episode, and before we even get too deep into it, we have guests in the wings waiting to be introduced.
Yeah, let's introduce them. And let's go in an opposite order. Let's go Mel first, since y'all all know Mel. You see Mel every week, and she's not on the show every week. The voice of little shit herself.
Wait. You mean to tell me Scientist Mel has been doing the voice of little shit this whole time?
No. Forget I said that, Hannibal. Hannibal doesn't know Mel.
Well, I won't tell him.
Okay, don't tell him. No, it's not Mel. Little shit is just an actual animated turd, Hannibal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute. Who's the shit fairy that's been leaving me change every time I take clean poops? Who is that, man?
Oh, that I don't know. Let's talk off air about that.
Okay. All right.
That might be my friend Gary. Gary's completely he's benign. He's a fan of your poo.
You're not getting judged by him tonight? Like, he's judging people tonight. But anyway. Anyway, Mel, tell the shitheads who you are.
Sorry.
It's okay. Tell the shitheads who you are.
Okay, so I'm Scientist Mel. I'm a science communicator. I do funny stuff sometimes on my show. I tend to make fun of really, really, really bad ideas in science. Last Saturday, we had to talk about injecting disinfectants into you and how that's a terrible idea.
Who knew we would hit that point in time that you had to tell people that it's not good to inject household products into your body?
Yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, okay. So,
are you sure about that?
Well, if you want to follow that advice and you trust who it's coming from, who am I to stop you?
Yes, true. True.
Okay. But, so, I try to be a voice of reason out there. So, my shows, do I need to turn up my sound?
A little bit. Turn it up a little bit. Let me ask you a question real quick before we introduce our next guest. Because since you talked about that topic, I just stopped Tish yesterday because she went to clean our oven and she pulled off the oven cleaner, and I said, no, we might need to save that in case one of us gets coronavirus. Did I do the right thing?
Sound reasoning.
Oven cleaner would be great for, killing the coronavirus on surfaces, but not on your body. Please don't put it on your booty hole.
My plan was, because he talked about injecting it, I was going to mix it with my favorite whiskey. if I got coronavirus. That
Yeah,
was my plan.
that's a bad idea too.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad idea.
I won't do that. Okay. See, and look to our I'm gonna be nice to our president. That's what it sounds like when you're joking.
Yes.
I go into that. So last Saturday, I went into that on my show. I'm like, look at Dr. Burks. He was like, Dr. Burks is one of his medical advisors. And like, he's looking at her and he's like, so you think, that you're going to look into that, right? And she's just like, she's sitting there just blinking. And at one point she just looks away and she goes, and I'm like, that's the moment. That's the moment when she goes, I will never recover from this. I'm never going to work again or be my career is ruined.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So
I know that look. Scientist to scientist. She knows.
Yeah.
She ain't working again after this.
So there you go. That's Scientist Mel. And our next guest. First time on the shit show.
Yes.
This is someone I have known for all of his life.
They met recently. They met like a couple days ago. Don't believe his lies.
Yes, and I will vouch for his awesomeness. Pop, welcome to the shit show. Tell the shitheads who you are.
I am Pop. I am Monty's nephew. Love the show. I just started listening to it, watching it. My uncle has been trying to get me on it like forever. So I'm
for 106
excited
episodes.
to be here. I'm excited to be here, and I'm really mad that I don't have my phone set up how I want it because I'm like adjusting and holding my Skype camera. So
That's
if you see me just like go off screen or something like that, it's just because I don't.
Yeah, look at our first episode. Watch Hannibal move around like this while the show's going on.
Yeah, I mean, look. First off, I was filming on a waterbed. All right, so the ocean was moving too much. All right, I had to get right.
I stole $3,000.
All right, we'll get to those Streamlabs in a bit. But yeah, tell them more. Is there anything else you want the shitheads to know about you?
I'm interested in a lot of things. I haven't mastered any of them yet, so I'm pretty much a nobody right now. But I'm interested in what we're talking about, and
yeah. Well, look, we're in quarantine. You got time to master stuff. You're good to go.
Right. I'm really decent at a bunch of things. I haven't mastered anything yet. So,
all right.
But right now, my best claim to fame is that I'm your nephew right now. If you want to keep
look, you don't want that on this show. They might troll. Look, I'm troll bait right now. Like Hannibal's gonna try. Hannibal's got this thing where he's all cool throughout a show. Then at the end, he starts getting all reckless and saying some dumb shit. And I gotta end the show.
No, first off, I just ask. We start having a conversation. I ask intelligent questions, and then you get upset for some reason.
Well, I am a barber.
Yeah.
Which is essential in some people's minds nowadays, but not in reality.
Look, so, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the result of quarantine. He's the guy that trims my beard for me. Look at this. Look at this right now. Quarantine. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm growing mine. I'm not used to having a beard. I look like Teddy Riley right now. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I do notice there's particularly on the internet, since we've had the quarantine, there's a lot of gentlemen who have been master debaters since they've been.
Oh yeah.
Lots of master.
They've been training for this.
Yeah.
Master debaters.
Yeah, and look, my thing is, I think I'm smart enough to know I don't know shit. Like seriously, when it comes to shit I don't know about, like especially if it's something related to a scientific thing, I'll hit up Mel and be like, hey, what do you think about this? What sources should I check to educate myself on this? Because I don't know shit, and I speak with no authority on shit I don't know about. I know how I feel.
I'm saying that's okay. I don't know stuff about a lot of different things, and people be like, hey, could you, and it'll be something that I whatever. And then I'll go, I don't know this, but I know a person who does. Let me go ask them.
And that's how you do it. Like, and another example, if like during the quarantine, Pop, you might need to tell me the best brands of razors to get and give me an online lesson on how to get those lines as clean as yours.
It'll be safer than president recommendations, I'll tell you that.
Oh
yeah. don't inject shaving cream in your face. It doesn't do it.
You know, to your point, Desi.
Yeah.
To your point.
It's okay. You're
I'm sorry.
Look, my nephew just doxed me. He doxed the shit out of me.
Oh, my bad, dude. Look, I should have been.
You know what? Get him off the show, Zoe. Get him off the show. No,
can we delete that? I'm sorry. Pause live. Hold on.
It's all good. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, well, when I waited tables and you didn't answer or know the answer to the question and they were training you, they tell you, don't BS. Don't make up something. Don't pretend like you know what you're talking about, because the restaurant will get in trouble for it. And unfortunately, in these times, a bunch of people are pretending like they know the answer to things that they don't. And people are getting in trouble for it.
Yeah,
So
and look, like I told you on the phone when you called before asking me about a different thing, I'm not going to say it because I don't want that to become a discussion. We got Tiger King to talk about.
Tiger King,
but
yeah.
If you don't know something is cool, like just because you did an hour and a half of research, you don't know more than people that went to years of school for this shit. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Hey, I had an uncle that went to MIT and he was very intelligent. So you know, I like people tell me I have a very smart brain for this. Okay? Like if I wanted to, I could have been a scientician just like Scientist Mel.
That's right. Somebody actually tried to defend, and this is funny, I brought this up on my show last Saturday. Somebody tried to defend Trump going, well, look, here's this study that was done about nebulizing, you know, one of the disinfectants, which means you just heat it up and you breathe it in. It was ethanol. And I'm like, all they did was heat up. It's like they literally talk about whiskey and sake, and they heat it up. And the whole thing was, their whole idea, it's not sent to any scientific journal. They haven't submitted it. It's by a bunch of physicists, I think, who got drunk one night and are like, hey guys, maybe we can do some math and see if we can spray ethanol really far, and if it goes in your nose where the virus is, it'll kill it. And I'm like, that's not how any of this works.
Yeah,
and somebody was like, look, but it's science. I'm like, no, these are bored physicists, and they like use high school math on this. It's not even.
All in America.
Why did you give this to me?
I'm just saying, unless you're the Batman, because the Batman just said he knows everything. And I believe that. Unless you're the Batman, just understand you don't know everything. The Batman knows everything, except when he's talking about me, because he's always trolling me. Loves Hannibal. I don't understand that, the Batman. We got to talk. But anyway, Hannibal, you want to read those Streamlabs real quick?
Yes, I do. I'll use this as an opportunity to knock out our social media stuff. So I was killing two birds with one stone. All right. We got one that came from Kilo that says, The Offspring is fucking awesome. Also, today in 1901, Emperor Hirohito was born. Also, tomorrow is in 1998, Kilo was born. Holy shit. Is it all right if I DM you my birthday request, Monty? I forgot to send it before.
Yes. And look, just put it in the villainous shit tab on Discord. You can put it directly. You can direct message it or put it in villainous shit. Either way, I'll do it tomorrow.
Monty is channeling his inner white girl. He does not care where you put it. The next one,
you know what, Hannibal? You know what?
The next one, hold on. It came from Penultima. He says, with this hair, Monty is now Monty, the House of Stickman. First of his name, the unfighted clubbed, king of the pumpkin spice, Cajun cooking, and the white ladies, king of New Orleans, protector of the bayou, breaker of crayons, father of the light skins. God damn, that was brilliant. Look, I just put a picture. I just put a picture of Monty on Instagram, and I am copy and pasting that pin, and that is going to be the new status on Monty's picture. Thank you, Pin Ultimate. Thank you. I'll make sure you get the appropriate credit you deserve.
Yeah, and look, you know what? Get your plunger points, because American Nightmare, pay attention. That's how the fuck you roll. And speaking of plunger points,
I always love that.
Yeah, speaking of plunger points, Mel and Pop, y'all both got 500 plunger points each to give out if y'all are watching the chat during the show. Anybody
I
that
had
says
that pulled
anything,
up, man.
yeah. If anybody says anything you like, dish them out as you see fit. What are plunger points? Hannibal, what are plunger points?
Plunger points are a fictitious currency that we give out here on the shit show. And you can use those plunger points to get all kind. Like the person who has the most plunger points at the end of the month will get a free item from our merch store or something that Monty's working on. And if you collect up a bunch of shit points at the end of the year, you can also use those plunger points to become the shithead of the year, and then you get like a bunch of really, really cool shit. And like different ways that you can get plunger points are from watching the shit show. If you haven't subscribed to our show already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. That automatically gets you like 100 points. Join our Discord. Follow us on all of our various social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, which we apparently have.
All those links are in the description. I have been active on our TikTok. Hannibal hasn't. I've given him the login 3 times. See?
You know what? Look at Monty. I know that hair makes you feel like you got the manager on your side, my nigga, but we're not even gonna do this right now, okay? Anyway, there's lots of cool ways that you can get 100 points right now. Saying clever shit in the chat, donating money to us via Super Chat Streamlabs, join our Patreon. There's all kinds of cool things you can do. Commenting on the show after an episode. If you share the show live in real time, every social media platform you share it on, you get 25 plunger points. Share it on your Instagram, that's 25 plunger points. Share it on your Twitter, that's 25 plunger points. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your TikTok. As long as you can prove to us that you did it, you will get those points. And we have given away some awesome things to the show.
And I'm a month behind right now, so there's a month backlog, but I will catch up. American Nightmare, you got a bag of goodies coming, basically. Because American Nightmare was our shithead of the year last year, and will be all year. He gets everything. And I think this month...
Controversially.
Oh, yeah. And I think this month, I might do a shirt that has our logo on it and a picture of Alaska, and it might say, fuck Alaska. Still trying to process the design. Awesome. Yes.
Yeah. And look, I love that of all the people that we hit up on Fiverr, the puppet was the person that responded.
And somehow Jill knew that we were doing a song with a puppet, and she kept going, hey, did you get that puppet song? Like, why you care?
Next level racism right there, okay? Shout out to you. That's amazing, all right?
Yeah, she kept hitting me up going, what's the puppet going to be talking about? Like, Jill, why do you care? Like, you don't like him. Stop.
It's a toxic relationship.
Yeah. And then finally he sent it, and right after that message, she sent a message. I'm like, he sent this, Jill. Are you happy? And then she sent me that message you saw at the end. Racism. Like, it's toxic. And they're feltish, people of feltish descent, Jill.
That's right.
Not H animals.
All right, so if y'all go to our Instagram right now, which is at 5H1T Show, that's at 5H1T Show. There's a picture of Monty that says, "White ladies, meet Monty of the House Stickman, the first of his name, the unfight clubbed, king of the pumpkin spice, Cajun cooking, and the white ladies, king of New Orleans, protector of the bayou, breaker of crayons, father of light skins."
You know what?
That is incredible.
You know what? Let's talk about who has the most plunger points.
You have outdone yourself, sir. Outdone yourself.
Let's talk about who has the most plunger points. Starting at number 5 with 122 plunger points, we got Mike. And at 140, we got DeValid 666. You've been holding steady at
Devil Lad.
Devil Lad. I'm sorry, Devil Lad. See, I say it wrong every time, and you're about to fall off the list. And this is not counting the points that were earned from people checking in the Hannibal's beat battle. What are you saying to me, Zoe? Huh? Oh, last episode's not in here? All right, there we go. Last episode is not in here. Okay. So last episode and the beat battle's not counted. So then Antonovich with 150, Lord Jamarcus with 160, Faberino at the top with 170 without last episode and the beat battle. So with that being said,
American Nightmare was there. I think Lord Jamarcus was there. Yeah, we had a couple shitheads that were there, and for everybody that came and supported me last night at the beat battle, thank you. It was a fun battle. Everybody that watched it, y'all can see it. The replay is on Facebook, and I've already downloaded it, so we might be playing a piece of that on some of our intros and stuff. So yeah, we're good to go.
So there you go. Yeah, we definitely will. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what's up next.
Yeah.
All right. So coming up next, May 6th, we are doing the second ever Monty and the Mongooses Little Show reunion.
Ah.
Yes. And we got the Mongoose coming back, where Hannibal gets to flex a little bit and say, "This is my house now."
How is Mongoose?
Mongoose is awesome. He's doing great. I haven't talked to him much since the quarantine because baby quarantine doesn't give me much time to talk. But he's good. He's going to be on the show. We're going to catch up then, and we're bringing back an old little show segment called Tough Titty. You'll find out what it is.
That's right. We're bringing back Tough Titty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that episode, we are also kicking off a month of New Orleans artists, which, we're bringing on Joseph Walden, one of my favorite photographers from New Orleans. So that should be a fun show. And then we're going to skip that month that we're kicking off directly after we kick it off. But because it's National Shithead Day, May 12th, it's National Shithead Day. We got American Nightmare Mike joining us. So they can air their grievances and be part of a show.
Well, I mean, really, there's only one of them has a grievance, right? And that's clearly Mike, because Mike was going to be the shithead of the year until the Russian collusion happened. Allegedly.
Yeah, Mike had that shit in the bag. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Look at you. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna say nothing.
But yeah, National Shithead Day, and also for all of y'all watching, if you haven't already, send me a screenshot of your Netflix queue because we're gonna play a game on National Shithead Day, and don't doctor it. I want to see what's in your Netflix queue right now. Mine is going to be in there. Hannibal's is going to be in there. Pop, you going to send me yours?
I'll do it, bro.
All right, Mel, you going to send me yours?
Yeah, mine will probably be very telling, so it's cool.
All right. What were you saying, Pop? I heard you saying something.
No, that was the first time I heard that word pronounced correctly. Your Netflix, how do you say it?
Q.
Your Q. No,
Q.
Because I'm used to hearing at the barbershop like many different variations of that word. So I didn't understand what you were talking about for a quick second.
See, there you go. That's how it's pronounced. All right, and then right after that, May 15th, we will be joined by Monica Rose Kelly. She is one of those artists that when I see her work, I just want to step my shit up. She's that fucking good. This woman is fucking amazing at what she does.
What's her ethnicity, Monty?
And she's awesome. Then on May 20th, we have Edward Wycliffe, who does fantastic bow ties, and now he's doing masks.
I stole $3,000.
Who is that? All right. No message with it. So, and then on May 27th, we will be doing our torture episode combined with the Ultimate Comic Book Movie List with Philip from Inexplicable Confetti. What are we doing for that, Hannibal?
That it will be the bad comic book movie episode where Monty and I will be watching. So what we decided for the month of May is to combine our monthly torture episode with our monthly comic book episode, and we'll be watching bad comic book movies. And look, instead of us just doing like so, because there's a lot of bad movies we've watched already. We've already watched Catwoman. We've already watched Steel. We've already watched Spawn. We've watched a bunch of those terrible Lego movies.
Red Sonja, crappy one.
Yeah, that animated Red Sonja movie. Yes, thank you very much, Scientist Mel. Scientist Mel. It was so bad, Scientist Mel had to abandon ship on that episode. So, for this episode, we will be watching. We'll be watching Jonah Hex. We'll be watching the 1987 Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
What else are we watching? We're watching the 1994 Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie that was never actually released.
Yeah.
And there's this Turkish Spider-Man movie called 3 Adam Dev, and it's
What's that name again? What's that name again?
3 Adam Dev.
3 Adam Dev. Yeah, and yeah, so we'll be watching
I have one for you.
What's that, Scientist Mel?
About to put that on
The David Hasselhoff Nick Fury film.
Oh, that's also on the list.
Yeah.
That's actually that you beat me to it, Scientist Mel, and that's the last one we're gonna watch. So we'll be watching 1989's Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. We'll be watching the unreleased Fantastic Four movie of 1994. We'll be watching Jonah Hex, which is, look, the dead need dirt and the dirt need the dead. That's a line from the movie that was said by the actor the Academy Award-winning actor that played Thanos, and Josh Brolin. We'll be watching Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., starring the Hasselhoff himself, and we'll be watching 3 Dev Adam, a.k.a. 3 Giant Men, a.k.a. Turkish Spider-Man.
You know,
So,
it's bad luck. It's bad luck to hassle the Hoff, man.
Yeah, you can't hassle the Hoff. He who hassles the Hoff and runs away lives to hassle the Hoff another day.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the title of that episode. Don't hassle the Hoff. I'm just
Don't
saying.
hassle the Hoff.
Yeah, because we are going to hassle the Hoff that day. So
That movie is really bad.
So yeah, that's all that's coming up. And did we get Streamlabs or anything else between then? I thought one came in.
One did come. Hold on, let me see. It says, Lord Jamarcus says, I am still holding firm to donating all my points to Mike at the end of this year. He is going to win 2020 come hell or high water.
Shit.
Look at that. And,
All right.
And Lord Jamarcus gave us $5.12. You know, he gave because he knows National Shithead Day is fast approaching.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, I got something that I got an idea that might change the game. I haven't run it by Hannibal. It's so extreme that I can't tell you until I actually do run it by Hannibal. So you'll find out on that show. I'm gonna run it by him.
Okay, I need to give some points to Penultima.
Okay.
Hassle the Hoff, get the Corona cough.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
There you
Yes.
go. There you go.
Yes.
All right.
Penultimate.
Well, Hannibal, Mel, Pop, I got a question for all three of y'all.
Run it.
Here it is.
What's up, nigga? You want to talk some shit?
Yes, I do. I would love to talk.
I've been waiting all day for this.
I have many thoughts and feelings about the torture I went through today.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to that, but we're gonna slowly, ease into it, because it's torture. You gotta ease into it. I'm not just gonna dive right into the shit.
You gotta make it slow and painful.
Yeah. Like let's sort of get into talking about Tiger King. Like, what do y'all think? Everybody here has seen Tiger King, right?
Yes. Yeah. I watched that whole thing. And I sat there in awe going, oh my God, what am I watching?
Yes.
Like from beginning to end, I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm like, these people exist. This isn't like, this is a real thing that's happening.
Yeah, I enjoyed every second of it. First episode withstanding. What about you, Pop? You were trying to say something?
Yeah, the first episode I watched, I posted on Facebook. I wanted my round with whoever recommended that to me because I was so upset that I even watched the first episode. And I was like, I really want to fight whoever told me to watch this. But I said, out of sheer curiosity, I'm gonna watch the second episode. And when I watched the second episode, I was all in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, as soon as you think this, oh man, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. This cannot be real. There's no way that any of this happened. There's no way that she can get even wilder. 30 seconds into the next episode, it's like, oh yeah, this chick that at the zoo got her arm ripped off by a tiger. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
a Thursday. It's
Yes.
just a Thursday.
Yeah.
You know.
That's when.
And then
that's
she
when I
came
shoulda
back.
Ran away. That's when I should have ran away, but I started looking actually closer. At that point.
All right, well, we're about to dig into that. Like, and you know, in preparation for the next episode, Hannibal and I thought it would be a good idea to bring back another thing we used to do on the little show. I think Hannibal's just trying to establish dominance right now before the mongoose comes back, just to make sure. It's like, my name's in the title right now, yours isn't. So, and I feel the same way if my name wasn't in both titles. But we're bringing back, we used to do a thing where we would recast movies or TV shows. We're gonna come up with a cast for Tiger King. Hannibal, you want to explain more what we're doing?
Yeah, so one of the segments that we used to do on Monty and the Mongoose's little show, you know, the less superior version of what we do now.
I agree.
It's
I agree.
you know, it's so what we would do is we would take like TV shows and movies, and then we would basically come up with a recasting of it. Like, if we could recast this today, right now, if I was the casting director, how would I put my cast together for this TV show or this series? So what I did was I reached out to Monty. I told Scientist Mel, and we all talked about. Yeah, I'm sorry. We all talked about it, and everybody came up with, because I don't want to spoil nothing for nobody, right? So we all talked about it, and we all came up with, like, if there was a Tiger King movie and or TV show, like right now that came out, how would we cast Tiger King? So I'm curious to see how everybody. Now, we're not going to do everybody's cast. We'll just do one character at a time.
Yeah, we're going to do one at a time, and I think we should start with Doc Antle. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, Dr. Bhagavan Antle. Okay, that dude has a PhD in mystical science.
Yeah. Let's talk about that first. But wait. Before we talk about that, let's get everybody's casting so that Zoe's ready when we want to show them off. So let's run through the casting. Hannibal, who would you cast?
You want me to go first?
I mean, it could be whoever.
I see. I don't feel like I should go first. I feel like, because I have a specialty list, I want to save mine.
Okay. Look. I'll go with mine first. No. Let's let Mel go with hers first.
See, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, look at Monty. White ladies first. Go ahead, Scientist.
White ladies first.
Who would you cast to play Doc Antle? And everybody in the chat, let us know who y'all would pick too.
So I thought I'd go with Nicolas Cage as Doc Antle, because he's got the weirdness. I think he could pull off a bit of that. He really probably needs to get a bit thicker, but I think he could pull off the creepy groomer vibe. I think he could do that. I think he could be just like creepy enough.
He probably could. Like, I could see that.
I think Nicolas Cage has a lot of range, is weird, and
are you saying Nicolas Cage is weird? What are you talking about?
Well, he did name his son Kal-El.
I don't know if that's weird or awesome. You know that it walks a very fine line there.
True. It might be, but I just thought he might be able to pull it off, because it's just.
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to picture it. I think Nick Cage. I think he could actually pull this off. I think. Well, what does everybody else think about it?
Better than Ghost Rider. I think he could do better.
I think he has the range, to Scientist Mel point, to do. He definitely has the range to do it and pull it off. The visuals for me are kind of like, but the acting and him bringing that spirit of just like being completely oblivious to what's going on and just like being a narcissist, and like, Cage can pull that off.
I think so. That was my thought. I thought, creepy weird guy.
What do you think, Hannibal?
Well, okay. So for my version,
wait, no. Before your version, what do you think of Nick Cage as the casting?
I love it. I love it. I think he's the perfect amount of weird to play Doc Antle. I think he can pull it off.
And just for visual reference, here you go, shitheads. Check it out. Here's a side by side. There you go.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That works. That works.
You got it.
What do y'all think?
Okay.
That's good.
You
That's
think
a
we
good
can
one.
do it? All right,
I
bring
like
us back to the other screen. So let's go Pop next.
Okay, so I had two in mind.
Okay.
One is no longer with us, but I was gonna go.
Who's
Philip
your
Seymour Hoffman.
main one? Who's your main one? Give us your main one first, so we can do
So
it side
I
by
was
side.
So I can do well. Okay, if I gotta go living, then I'll go Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, because I just keep thinking about him in MacGruber, and him as Doc Antle, just with a safari hat on. Like, I can just see him pulling it off, and he's gained the weight too. So
Yeah.
But I was gonna say Philip Seymour Hoffman, but I didn't. I was like,
All right. I can see that. What does everybody else think of that?
What do we think?
I like both of those because I think if you get fat Val Kilmer, I think that would work. But I do like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman is one of the greatest actors that did not live long enough for people to recognize how great he was.
Yeah.
So I like that. But look at Val
there it
Kilmer.
is.
He could pull it off. I like that.
He can do that.
I agree. He has to do the Top Gun thing that he does with Tom Cruise and go where he like bites at his face though. That
I don't
would
know
be
good-looking Val Kilmer. Like the only good-looking, I mean, I remember him in Batman Forever vaguely, but I really know MacGruber Val Kilmer. So I don't,
Oh God, go watch Top Gun. It's a homoerotic, fantastic, wonderful thing of a bunch of shirtless guys playing volleyball and hitting each other in the locker room.
Look, to our lovely producer Zoe, I sent you a link to the picture I want for a link that you can use for my pick.
All right. There we go.
So,
all right. So you want to go or do you want me to go? Well, that'll give Zoe a chance to get that ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw Zoe for a curve. See, y'all sent your shit beforehand. I'm challenging our producer. So get ready for me. Cause I'm going weird with this. Like, if there were a movie right now, you know who I would cast as Doc Antle? Beast from the X-Men.
Okay. Which X-Men? That's the first question.
I gotta hit you with that gift.
I mean,
Kelsey Grammer, Beast, or
I mean that Beast would work. Like, yeah, that could work.
Kelsey Grammer.
Like, really, any version of Beast will work. Like, but Beast from the Blue Fur Beast. From
I like the
X-Men.
Kelsey Grammer version. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So that's who I would cast.
So would it be the Kelsey Grammer version of Beast, or would it's just as long as it's Beast from the X-Men, like Big Blue?
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, look, any Big Blue Beast, I would believe could, groom random women and also raise tigers with no fear like that and bring them on to talk shows. It's believable. It's right there.
Beast is too smart, though. That's the problem. Doc Antle is really stupid and manipulative.
That's why he would be acting.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
See, that's how it is. Like, did y'all saw that? Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
okay,
it's perfect. It's
I got
perfect.
you.
All right,
You know what? You made just a little bit of a believer out of me, so I give credit when credit is due.
All right. What's next? What do you got, Hannibal?
All right. So for my cast, I was like, I want to see Tiger King with all black people, right? I want to see like the same exact show. I want it to be everything that happened, but with black people, right? So I think a black version, a black ass version of Tiger King would be awesome, right? And we would call it like Rottweiler King, you know what I mean? And so for Doc Antle, I have chosen Tracy Morgan. Okay, I think there you go, Tracy Morgan. There you go.
I love it.
Tracy Morgan as Doc Antle, Doc Bhagavan Antle. There you go.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The guy. That's the guy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I was gonna take a picture. That's funny that you thought I was gonna take a picture because I just got a Rottweiler, and I was gonna dress up like the Rottweiler King.
You should have been the Rottweiler
Black people
King.
really know we love Rottweilers.
like Rottweilers.
You get enough of us together, and we can have our own black version of Rottweiler. That can really happen, bro. Like, you right.
Oh my god.
Put some Rottweilers and some weed and some. Just see what happens.
But you'd have a Rottweiler. What would they rip off of one of your? Like, what do they go rip off?
We don't socialize our dogs, so I don't know. He probably.
Yeah. There wouldn't be a park anywhere. All right. Well, let's talk about Doc Antle. For anybody that hasn't seen Tiger King, if you haven't, why? Watch it.
Yes, it's the best train wreck documentary that you can watch ever. That shit is fantastic. Like, it's just like it's very rare that people will hype something up and be like, oh my god, you gotta see this, you gotta see this, you gotta see this, and then I'll watch the thing that everybody's talking about and actually enjoy myself. Like, it is incredible. Like,
I noticed something with this doc. I don't know if y'all are experiencing this also, but the people that have negative things to say on it, they don't like it because they don't know what category to put it in. And because they don't know what kind of category to put it in, they're like dismissing it. But if you're just going on an entertainment factor, how can you say you were not entertained by that after the second episode?
Yeah, like, you're stuck at home, just watch it. That's what this is. That's why this blew up now, because we're at home and we were like, holy shit, what is this? But for the sake of time, I want to discuss, especially since we have Scientist Mel on the show, what Hannibal brought up, his degree in the mythical science. So,
mysticism.
Yes. How many people do you know with that degree, Mel?
This many. 0. Oh my god. I think Kent Hovind might have a similar degree. So it's like out of somebody's trailer in Florida. So it's like you can pay like $100 and be like, I would like a PhD, please. And here you go. Freaking mysticism. Oh my god. He's a creep. It's so transparent. And like nobody, it's like you're sitting here watching all of this go on with him and you're like, he's grooming these women. And everybody's like, oh, it's fine. It's just Doc Antle. And you're like, what the hell? But it's like everybody in that world doesn't know what's going on. And here we are. We're like, don't go behind the door. There's a guy there, and we're the people in the audience going, do they not know this? But they're like, this is real. These people are really stupid.
All right, yeah. He was a guy I was really fascinated by that somehow did not get involved in all the bullshit. He just watched.
Yeah, he like Dr. Bhagavan Antle. Seemed like the most well-adjusted, balanced. Like when they would ask him certain questions, like those gotcha questions that journalists will ask you, they'd be like, "Yeah, so what's the most illegal thing you've ever seen happen in a tiger zoo?" And he was like, "Nope, not answering that. You go fuck yourself." Isn't it? I was like, "Yeah, this dude is dope. He's smart. Got his shit together. He cares about the animals." And then they did that episode about him, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. Oh god. Or when he was like, okay, so you guys are going to take your cameras and go to the door, and I'm going to open it and say hi. Yeah. And we're going to pretend like you just show up. He clearly had a script that he read from for everyone. There was a clear script that he had, and the reason is it works for him.
Yeah. And see, my thing is, if I knew some documentary filming was going on, number one, I'd be like him. I'd be like, no, you're not doing a documentary here. You want to film me for your documentary? Here's how I get filmed.
Yep. He was the crazy that we're used to.
Yeah.
But he was definitely crazy. And he was definitely like...
Yeah. He knew how to control what was being put out about him.
Yeah.
We've seen that kind of crazy before. We've seen
you know... Because,
you know... be like trying to...
That's how I handle it.
Ben Meredith in the chat says Tiger King is like what happens when you're into people of Walmart, but then you wake up one day and find that you need something stronger. Yes. Yeah.
Get your plunger points for that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, it's like every single episode I was sitting there going, yeah, it can't get much worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, it can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was just like snowballing into this huge, massive shitstorm.
And the guy, who was the guy who owned the Gentleman's Club?
Oh, yeah.
I was genuinely like creeped up. Just like that was when, just like how you would think, and I was like, it can't get any worse, and these people are the worst. And then I met him, and I was like, he's like almost just as bad in a completely different way.
Every time you meet anybody on there, it's just like, man, this might be the worst human I've ever met. Like you be like when you come across these people, you be like, these cannot be real people. This is fake. This has to be staged. It's not possible. And the fact that, like, if this was a movie, like if this wasn't a documentary, and this was a movie that got released in theaters, and you watch this movie, you'd be like, this is a terrible movie.
Right.
This is unbelievable.
Exactly.
This is the most random, terrible collection of things to ever happen.
It was Masterminds with Zach Galifianakis. It was like, that's what it was. Funny to me, funny to a couple of people, but it didn't do well in the box office.
You know what it felt like to me now that I'm looking at it in hindsight? It felt like a really weird Adult Swim series. It's like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, except worse. And then like down the street is somebody worse than Carl. And you got somebody who's worse than Carl, worse than that person.
Yeah.
Well, we're watching the documentary The Last Dance about the Bulls. This is like a 10-part miniseries of an approximation of Jerry Springer to me. This is like what that is. It's like a representation of like what Jerry Springer was trying to do all those years. They were able to do it in one season in the Tiger King.
I saw this really funny joke that was floating around Facebook. It was, if Joe Exotic has 5 grams of meth and baby tigers, how many straight men can he turn gay?
Yes.
You know what? Fuck it. We don't have extra time, but like, you know what? I'm gonna read out what we have next, and let's just go into that. Hannibal, what was your question about that? Let's just talk about that now. While we're here.
So the question I had is, after watching this show, right?
Yeah.
There's clearly nobody here that is the protagonist, right? So the question is how bad are the people in the Tiger King docuseries? How bad is Joe Exotic? How bad is Carol Baskin? Like, to our lovely producer Zoe, do you have the Carol Baskin soundbite by chance?
Oh.
Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
There you go.
Carol Baskin, right. Every time somebody says Carol Baskin, we got us a nice little soundbite
Yep,
for
we're
it.
gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
So is this the same thing that happens whenever somebody says something like, I don't know, 33?
Bam.
Oh,
yes.
Well,
except anytime somebody talks about Carol Baskin of Big Cat Rescue, that's what we get.
Carol Baskin.
Oh my God.
We're gonna make.
I think Carol Baskin, we have our Karens who want to speak to the manager and call in cops on people and crap. I think, instead of saying the term bitch, you're like, man, you're a Carol Baskin, aren't you?
Oh, wait. Carol Baskin is like Queen Karen.
Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
Payback to Carol Baskin.
Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
All right. You know what? We should just move forward with it. Let's go into the next segment, which has nothing to do with Carol Baskin, by the way. But
Carol Baskin. Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
And this wig's itchy. let's go into let's get into the torture of this torture episode.
Oh God.
Let's go into have you heard this shit?
Yes.
Hey, wake up! Wake your punk ass up.
Who are you?
Have you heard this shit?
Okay, all right.
Didn't happen. One of these times it's gonna come.
I don't know. We would never get to what he smells. So for this edition of Have You Heard This Shit, because this is a torture episode, so what makes this episode, the Tiger King episode, the torture episode, is that the star of Tiger King, Mr. Joe Exotic, has put out multiple albums, and Monty and I, along with Pop and Scientist Mel, have taken the time to intellectually torture ourselves and listen to these goddamn albums. So, you might be asking yourself, if you've been living under a rock for the last couple months, for the last month, who is Joe Exotic? I've never heard of Tiger King. I don't know who Joe Exotic. Who is this person? Well, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage Schreibervogel.
I think it's Schreibvogel. I think it's just Schreibvogel.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Awesome. There's way too many consonants in there for me to understand how to say his name. All right.
Oh,
There's
God.
like the consonants to vowel ratio is way fucked up there. All right. He got B's and V's next to G's and L's. I don't know how that's supposed to go. All right. Way too much shit going on right? And like there's like that backwards communist R in there too. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Joseph Allen Maldonado's Passage Schreibvogel, better known by his stage name as Joe Exotic, is an American former zoo operator and convicted felon. The former owner and operator of the Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park, aka GW Zoo, in Wynnewood, Oklahoma, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage Schreibvogel had claimed to be the most prolific breeder of tigers in the United States. Before working with animals, he was a police officer. What? Briefly serving as the chief of police in Eastvale, Texas. Man, there's like no standards. They basically just give anybody a badge, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did he arrest that bitch, Carol Baskin?
He says he twice unsuccessfully ran for public office, first for president of the United States in 2016 as an independent, and then for governor of Oklahoma in 2018 as a libertarian. While incarcerated, he is running for the 2020 Libertarian Party nomination for president.
Oh my God.
But look, it makes sense, because if you run for president and you win, you can pardon yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Trump is actually, somebody asked him if he would pardon Joe Exotic, and he said he'd think about it.
Yeah, he said he would think. So
that's a thing that we could get to on this show.
So Joe Exotic was an aspiring country singer. Under the pretense of obtaining music for a planned reality TV series, he commissioned country songs. And I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but he also produced music videos and got the songs posted on YouTube. He's got a lot of stuff out there, and so let's just get into it right now. Joe Exotic put out 2 albums that we could find, and the first of those 2 albums is the one we'll be talking about right now on Have You Heard This? I Saw a Tiger.
All right.
Is that what it's called? I Saw a Tiger?
Yeah, it's called I Saw a Tiger.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my God.
and also, Zoe, go grab those things sitting on my end table. You know what I'm talking about. They have to do with this show. You know where I draw the cards every day. I'm gonna bring that up on this show. I didn't set that up in the show notes, but we're gonna add a surprise. But let's keep going. It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
So I guess first things first, Monty, what do you think of the artwork of Joe Exotic's I Saw a Tiger. This is my first time actually seeing it.
Yeah, this is standard, passable. It's good enough to go album art. That's what this is. So it's not going to stand out on a shelf unless you are looking for Joe Exotic, and it's not going to fade to the background. It blends with everything else. This is like every New Orleans rap cover without the diamonds, but it has tigers and mullet wearing cowboy gay shit.
Great description there. That's a fucking great description. Yeah, okay.
And not that gay shit is bad. Like, I don't want to sound dismissive when I say that. I want to make sure I'm clear on that.
Yes.
But there's clearly gay vibes coming off of it, is what you're saying.
No, well, yeah, and I'm fine with that. But this is Joe Exotic style gay, which I'm creeped out by.
He does have his own version of gay. I think.
I'm creeped out by Joe Exotic gay.
It's more dynamic.
Yeah, regular gay. I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's cool. Joe Exotic might try and fuck me and keep me at his zoo like he's done with other straight men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know. I look at that picture and I see somebody with a really creepy Tinder profile.
Yeah.
You know what the worst thing is? Like, his Tinder profile is him laying on his side with jeans and no shirt on, with a tiger, with like a real live tiger.
It's like, and that was his draw. He would talk about how much, they just love the baby tigers and the meth, apparently.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then the guys, his husbands that left him, were actually straight. And so it's like, it's just, I don't know. I get like a Tinder profile, almost like this is welcome to my Pornhub channel.
I didn't understand that. I was like, how did they just? Oh yeah, by the way, I was never really like how do you just go that far into it like that? I don't.
There's some science. There's some studies. There's something that you call situational gayness.
Yeah.
That's a
real
thing. Look it up. Situational gayness. It happens. So you see it quite often in prisons where men will sleep with other men. As it's a situational gayness thing where they want their sexual needs met, and so they're not really gay, but they will engage in gay sex to meet certain needs.
That's like me saying midway through the show, by the way, I'm not black, y'all. Just want to let y'all know.
I'm not either. It's okay.
Situational blackness.
There you go. Look, just so y'all know, I'm not really 6'2" right now. So just so y'all. I'm not really tall. I'm not really.
I'm not really. This is not. Matter of fact, let me.
I'll see if I can find. There's I think it's the Berkeley website for LGBTQ.
Yes, I would love to read that. That is fascinating as shit. Wow.
I'll see if I can find it really quick. But it's on one of the Berkeley. I think it's Berkeley. Situational gayness. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Citation, Scientist Mel. Okay. That's cool.
No, that's fine. Somebody asked for. We didn't have. I will take the citation.
Situational homosexuality. Here's a paper from 2015. It looks. It's an example. I can just put. I can put it in the side chat. So if you guys want to see it, I'll just put the link here in the side chat, and you can kind of have a look and see situational homosexuality.
Penultimate said in the chat.
Learn something new every day.
Penultimate said in the chat, he's a gay for the state.
Well, I think these guys were gay for the meth.
Yeah, they were gay for the meth. Yeah.
Listen, like how good is meth? If you you know what? I'm not gay, but I am willing to let you suck my dick from time to time.
Well, look, Hannibal, why don't you give the example you gave me on the phone? That one's perfect here. Why are you sighing about that? That's perfect.
Because some of the things we talk about on the phone, I want to talk about on the show.
Look,
All right,
I'll
so
give
like-
it.
all right, no, look,
This
so listen,
this
the
one
que-
is not one of those things. This one's
Okay,
perfect.
all right. Okay. No, okay. So it was just like, so imagine a scenario, right? Pop, imagine a scenario, everybody in the chat, you know, who identifies as heterosexual, right?
Even if
Imagine
you
a
don't,
scenario-
like, how would you feel in this situation going the other way?
Yeah, if a guy came up to you and says, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000, you let me suck your dick," right? I'll let you pet this tiger. I'll give you $1,000 I'll give you $1,000. I will buy you an ATV, right? And you know what I'm saying, and a decent supply of drugs. But you have to let me suck your dick to completion. To completion, right?
Here's the technical definition from the American Psychological Association. So I put that in the side chat.
There you go.
Situational homosexuality. Same-sex sexual behavior that develops in a situation or environment in which the opportunity for heterosexual activity is missing and close contact with individuals of the same sex occurs, such as a prison, school, or military setting where individuals are living together, segregated according to their sex. Once away from this setting, the person typically returns to heterosexual activity. So if you're in like a commune, like with Joe Erotic or Exotic, what do you want to call him? And he's got meth and you're addicted to that.
Well, there's
You know what I mean?
there's a neurosynchrony that would take place. You can kind of see, you know, how in certain situations that definitely can happen for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Look at that title.
Monty has the real CD wrapped in cellophane, right? Yeah. And then do this real fast, Monty. Spin the back around so they can see the track listing. Yeah, okay, you see that shit? There's one goddamn song on this album, okay? It was $10 on Amazon and has one. It's a $10 single. And it's not We Are the World, okay? There's not like some fucking 20-minute Benny Blanco
Quincy
remix
Jones
and
is not
shit.
on this one?
No.
Quincy Jones is not on
No.
No.
And if you look in the chat, Streamlabs should be asking you to participate in the raffle. This is what you win for that raffle. This GW and me that we the shit show spent $10 on. This isn't the only one. Joe Exotic not only tortured us with this music, but buying his music. I didn't even open it because we found digital versions. Because fuck you, you get it unopened. And I'm going to draw on the cellophane so that you will be wondering if you should open it or not.
You see how good he is, Monty? He got you to buy.
From jail.
From jail.
Jail. Physical jail.
Physical jail.
Scientist Mel is going to jail.
Scientist Mel is going to jail.
Physical jail.
All right, all you cats and kittens, let's move on.
Yes, we should move on. Let's get to the next thing. Look, we should just move forward to casting. Like, let's talk about Carol Baskin.
We didn't talk about the album yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the album. but Hannibal,
I like that. Mark wanted to skip right past the torture.
But Hannibal, I was about to say Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
All right, well, let's talk about. What'd you think of the production on this album, Hannibal?
I mean, you know, it's country music.
You thought the same thing I thought, bro.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's country music. It's not like pushing the genre forward. They didn't take any risks, chances. Like this is like, so people that hate country music, when they be like, oh, I hate country music because all it is you know, it's four chords and guitars and dudes singing about trucks and girlfriends that left them and shit like that. Now, take all those motifs, but every now and then add tigers and lions and elephants and shit, and that's what this album is.
You forgot add very specific things to Joe Exotic's life, because all these songs are very specific to his life.
I have so many questions about that, but I'm gonna save that for when we get to the last album because I have some questions about that. So,
I do have a question. Do y'all know like the reveal about his singing?
Oh, we're getting there. Wait till
we
the
getting
end.
there? Okay, I don't want to say anything yet.
Wait till the end.
Sorry.
So
We'll wait till the end.
The question is, on Joe Exotic's debut album, I saw Tiger. What's everybody's standout tracks on this project?
That was bad. That was really bad.
Did you see the video?
Oh yeah.
Standing on an emergency vehicle with the raging clouds.
Let me see. I gotta go to my downloads and see the names of these songs really quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I have to say, while you look, Pop, my standout was I Saw a Tiger. That is the most hilarious song of the whole thing.
Oh, this one. Okay, this is the one. This album, all of it was bad. Every single one of these were bad. And what was the worst about it was the last one. Like they saved the worst for last with the say something rendition that they did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
that Say Something. So that Say Something song is one of my of all fucked up relationship songs. Like if you got to break up with somebody, that song is a great fucking song. I love that song. So they had to go out of their way to piss all over that song. Like they all the way through that shit in the garbage.
That was bad. And I just came from well, I know y'all gonna get to that, but the one with the other band, that was that was the one that was like, okay, it's not too bad, too good, but this album,
we'll get to that.
We'll get
So
to that.
I have to tell you, after listening to the first one, okay, and I was trying to see if I could get some feedback from my Twitter followers. I'm like, okay, any of y'all listen to this? You know, you got any feedback? I'm gonna be on Hannibal and Monty's show, and I'm like listening through it. I said, I am through one album. My thoughts on it? I feel like this is a crappy country version of a fake Nickelback, and I don't like Nickelback. And
I think you nailed it.
I really.
That's actually good. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
I was like, I really need a shower because I feel pretty gross. Like standing in front of a KFC fryer for 6 hours covered in grease gross.
I stole $3,000.
And people might ask, how can music make you feel gross? I said, well, I'm not certain. But if this music were food, I would have diarrhea right now. That's how I feel after listening to the first album.
Yeah, I agree.
It was bad. It was bad.
You know what? Fill all of the holes. I'm going to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it later because I feel like if I ask Monty this question now, he's going to end the show.
What? I haven't seen the chat. I've been trying to get the raffle to work. None of your raffles are going through. Keep using the raffle command. Somebody's got to win this shit. Streambot's pissing me off.
So I ironically like I Saw a Tiger, and unironically I actually like what's it called, Alyssa's Memory. It's like that 9-minute song towards the back of the
I was like, when is this over?
I fuck with that song. I think that's a good song.
See, we disagree because I listened to this while playing Breath of the Wild, and I was in the middle of killing Lionels, which is fun and time consuming, and I still noticed how long this fucking song was. Like it never once became part of my background.
Oh God.
So nope.
I think I glazed over a couple of times, and I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, no, I got to bring it back. Let me listen to some more. I'm like trying to really listen to this, and I'm like, oh God. It just every single freaking song sounded so much the same.
I stole $3,000.
And it was like the chorus was repeated 35 times.
Yes. See, they're trying to get these computers for us. Like
yes.
And we've hit the stream goal. Y'all are helping us out. Like that's awesome.
Yes, Fabarino sent us some money. He said, let's get that computer. And look, fill all of our holes. I was going to read it later, but it's not fair to you. I'm going to read it now. He says, Monty, how long would Monty have to be isolated from all white ladies to be attracted to black women? Or would conditional gayness come first? Great question. Great question. And we have a scientist on the show that can break that down for us. So, Scientist Mel, how long do you think? Well, look, let's. You know what? Let's save that. Let's save that because we gotta. All right. What's the low point on this album for anybody?
Joe Exotic.
The release.
Yeah. Oh my God. This whole album.
You know what? Pretty Woman Lover is a pretty no, and I say that, but it is the most cringeworthy, hilarious song of the track. Pretty Woman Lover, you should listen to. If you are going to listen to it, because look, if you haven't heard this, anybody in the chat, and I'm trying to look, anybody in the chat, if you haven't heard this album, I highly recommend you listen to Pretty Woman Lover, because you already know you're going to hate this. So why not go to the one that's going to make you laugh while you hate it? Pretty Woman Lover will make you laugh. Go straight to it.
I would say GW and Me was really hard to get through.
Yeah.
That was really, really bad for me. Like, that was when I was like, I can't listen to the rest of it, but I have to listen to the rest of it. And that was the second song.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to a torture episode, Pop. This is like,
look,
y'all give Pop a warm welcome because we want him on more shit shows.
Also, we got 50 people watching. We got 30 likes. Let's go ahead and make the amount of people that watch the show match the amount of people that like the show. Go ahead and click the like button. You know, we talked to the like button earlier. She's frisky from all that self-quarantining. Okay, and she needs some stimulation, fellas. She's and right ladies.
Down there. Look around, right below Pop.
So go ahead and just lick the tip. Click the like button.
Tap that like button.
She's pansexual.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she's into all of it. Like all of y'all. She loves you.
Yeah. She's a trisexual. She'll try anything.
Yeah.
kind of like Joe Exotic's husband.
Oh my God. At least once and twice and 3 times.
Yeah. So, with that being said, let's talk about who is considered the main antagonist from Tiger King. Let's talk about Carol fucking Baskin.
Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
I think they're all horrible humans, if I'm honest. I'm like, they're all disgusting and deserve to be in jail.
They're all
Every
bad.
last one of them.
They're all bad. So let's talk about our casting for Carol Baskin. Pop, I'm gonna let you go first this time. Who did you cast as Carol Baskin?
Kathy Bates.
Yep.
Kathy Bates.
That makes sense. I was thinking that. That's a great choice.
Kathy
Bates in there.
Wow. Like I'm picturing that. Like
yeah.
Damn, man.
I was like, she can pull that off. Like I don't know. Like she just reminds me of it for some reason. I'm like, and then her acting, of course, she can that crazy psychotic like. I'm a normal human being, but I really am crazy. Look.
Yeah. Look. There it is right there. Look at that. Look at that.
Like that.
Yeah. And Kathy Bates could sell crazy. So
yes.
She could. Yes. She's done it well before. She has done it well before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yes. Wow. All right. Mel, how about you?
Well, see, I was trying to go a route of...
And look, shitheads, tell us who you would cast also. And we'll throw a comparison of your best on the screen after this. But continue.
Awesome. I was trying to go with like a Coen Brothers type of film where it would be like kind of strange like that. So I was trying to pull in some really good character actors, that sort of thing. And so I thought, like an Oh Brother, Where Art Thou kind of style film, but, modern times, with that and the Lady Killers, the Coen Brothers style. So I was thinking Jodie Foster as Carol Baskin.
Jodie Foster.
Yes.
Jodie Foster.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, she has quite a bit of range.
Yeah.
She is about the right age. She's going to have to, throw on a lot of unnecessary makeup and really up the crazy a bit. But I think she can do it. I think she could do it. I think that would be a good role for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of want to see that now.
Yeah, she would flex her muscle. Like, look, there we go. Look.
Ooh,
right
see, that's a good. All right, and she picked a good picture too.
Yeah.
Good on you, Zoe. You know what? Zoe, I just sent you my pics in an email.
See, look, I want to say this. Hannibal, you seemed a little skeptical about how I wanted to do it. You're like, shouldn't we get all the pictures beforehand? I'm like, no. We got the best producer right now.
We do.
Zoe's amazing. Can confirm.
Look at this side by side. She just threw up for us. Look at that.
That's some clutch stuff right there, man. That's clutch.
That you know what? That this is actually now that I'm seeing them side by side. Jodie Foster as Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for the soundbite. Yeah, wait, to our lovely producer Zoe, I put 2 sound bites in there. Can you play the other one? I want to hear it.
Do you have the other one? Did you get? Oh, she didn't get the other one set up, so she'll get it
all right,
set up.
No worries.
She'll have it set up later. Get it when you get a second. Throw it on and play them, intermingle them for us. That's what we want. All right.
I like Jodie. I like Jodie Foster. You know what? You sold me on that one. You sold me. Monty, who's your pick to play Carol Baskin?
My pick would be, and I'm kind of tossing up, but you know what? I'm gonna lean towards my initial thought, Mojo from the X-Men.
The X-Men did the Tiger King.
Okay. I'm seeing a theme here, and I'd like to see that. Let's see. Okay, I'd like to see Mojo from the X-Men.
Yeah.
As the lovely Carol Baskin.
Yeah, like that's my pick. Mojo as Carol Baskin. Like I went a different route with it. I see the picture of Zoe Grapple.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God! Now just put her in some leopard print.
See,
That'd be great.
See, this is a great movie we're making right now.
Leopard print.
I do like that. Mojo.
I like this. I like the comic version. I love it.
Oh God!
I love it. You see, Hannibal. Who did you pick?
Well, see, I don't like this. So I had something totally different, and then I saw something that Thrift Store Dan said in the chat, and I was like, you know what? The person that I would pick to play Carol Baskin would be Tyler Perry in the black version.
Shit!
Of Rottweiler King, it would be Tyler Perry.
I'm trying to picture it. Like,
Tyler Perry. There you go. Tyler Perry. Look, listen. I'm not taking any credit for this one. This is all TSD. Shout out to Thrift Store Dan. I was officially going to give it to Octavia Spencer, right? And then as soon as he said Tyler Perry, I said, that nigga's a genius. That man is incredible. He knocked that shit off the park.
Yeah.
Ken Ultima said Monty's is Joe Exotic's school for gifted meth heads.
Oh my God.
That's actually the comic. We should do that. We should do a one-off comic where we take X-Men characters and we put them in Tiger King. I think that would be awesome.
And OAW Entertainment's in the chat. I see you. He said,
Larry from OAW is hanging out with us.
I'm trying to see what they said in the chat. I'm trying to pick my favorite from the chat before we move on.
This is hallelujah for the Tiger.
So I had said Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
I saw somebody say Charlize Theron.
That was OAW.
That was OAW. You know what? Yeah. Let's do that. Charlize Theron.
Yeah. Like from Monster.
Yeah, Charlize Theron. That would be dope.
Yeah, I think she could do well.
Yeah, I mean, look. First off, she's a white African, so technically, Monty, you would be that's as close as you would get, right? Because she'd be a white woman, but she got that African blood. Or is that a turnoff? Is that a Would that make
You know what? You know what, Hannibal?
No. I'm sorry. Nigga, end the show on us real fast.
God. Oh.
Ian Dubois says, I watched an episode of Medea King.
Medea King. Oh, look, there we go. Look, see, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could work. That could work.
Yeah, I think so.
And I will say nothing more about this woman. I've learned to not comment.
You won't say nothing. You won't say nothing else about Charlize Theron. Do you find her less attractive now that you found out her birth status? Is that?
No. You know what I'll say. You know what I'll say after that. No. It's not even that. I'll say I have a problem with Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin, I consider that bitch to be one of the biggest terrorists in the exotic animal world right now.
There you go. I want to talk about her only using volunteers.
Yeah, she abuses them too.
Yeah.
She makes them work long hours and does all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh yeah, we don't get Christmas. You know, and I'm like, my God, she's pretty manipulative. She's just as bad as the others, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She's so scary for black people because she represents like somebody who hides who they really are. And that's what's so scary about her. Like they hide who they are and they have ulterior, and she does it so well. Well, you know, relatively well, you know, in comparison to the other ones. Like, if you didn't know any better, you would think she's actually a normal person. And that's what scares the hell out of me with her. That's what scares the hell out of me with her.
The fact that she even aligned with PETA, and to be honest, PETA has me blocked on Twitter. They hate me. But it's like, they hate me. But they're, you know, they kill more animals than they say. They have a high euthanization rate. They kill, I think they kill, I think it's 80% of their cats and 70% of their dogs that they save. They just, if they got the tigers, they would have just shot them all and killed them. That's just what they do. They go and rescue these animals, but they just kill them. I mean, you can look up their number. If you know, they have to keep a record of how many animals they kill.
Yeah, this whole thing was about a bunch of people doing the same shit, but saying the other person was doing horrible shit. Like, but you're doing what they're doing.
Right. Yes. It's horrible. The way that Carol treated her tigers was terrible.
Yeah.
None of these people care about animals. Yeah. That's not what this is at all. The animals are all accessories to them.
Yeah.
Every last one.
And look, I want to go with one more from the from the shitheads. Jill the racist said we should do Nicole Sullivan as Carol Baskin.
Nicole
from Mad TV. From Mad TV.
Wow. Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Give Jill the racist 2,500 points, please.
There we go.
That is all.
There we go. Yeah,
very good.
Had to hit that one.
Yeah. Queen D88 says Peter stole a woman's dog and euthanized it.
Yeah, they will take dogs out of people's yards. They're pretty terrible. Like, well, the dogs, they don't deserve those dogs. So we might as well just kill the dogs because they'll never have a good life being a pet. And you're like, how does that work exactly? Yeah. It's like, what logic do you get?
Yeah, like, I'd rather be quarantined than be dead.
Right. The dog's like, really? When they see him pull up, like, really?
No.
Like, no, nigga, let me drag the bowl around the yard. Don't kill me. I just want to drag the bowl around.
And that's like somebody seeing me in the hood that I grew up in and just, you know, oh, he's not going to have a good life, so we might as well, like, I think that's the most stupid, man.
It's, you know, I'll tell you, you know what got me blocked by PETA? You know what got me blocked? They were talking about one of the baby whales at SeaWorld died. One of the whales that they had died, and they just were on a massive tirade about it. And I asked them, I said, so what's your plan if you gain control of these whales, these killer whales? Are you going to reacclimate them to the environment? Are you just going to kill them? And then they're like, Well, here's our policy on euthanization. I said, also, by the way, I saw your kill numbers from 2015. Do you have your latest kill numbers on cats and dogs? Because I'm really curious. Do you still have a 70% kill rate for dogs? Then they're like, they blocked me. They didn't like me asking about how many animals they kill. They're pretty terrible. And then they have a whole children's section of PETA where they will send comics to your kid's house. Yeah. And it looks like, oh, hey, look, it's like a cute little bunny on the front. And then when you open it up, it's pictures of the bunnies being slaughtered. It's like extreme propaganda and extreme gore that they're giving out.
Are they killing the bunnies in a funny way though, or like are they like walk? Is it that thing where like they're walking off a cliff and then they don't realize they're off a cliff until they look down and then the gravity kicks in?
Yeah, I think it's like slitting their throats, and this is how your hamburger's made, and then it's like horrible.
Is it like a clown slitting their throats though? I'm trying to see it could be funny depending on how you picture. You're not really selling the joke right now, Mel.
It's not funny to like a 5-year-old though. But maybe.
What I'm hearing from our lovely producer is we are running short on time, and we should move forward.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Like, that's what happens on a shit show. That's why we have a producer that watches the time. So, let's...
Yeah, I hate PETA. Y'all tweet to them, tell them how crappy they are.
Yes, fuck PETA. Fuck PETA and Alaska. That's what this show's about.
Well, then, I guess the question is, Monty, do you have some important shit you'd like to talk about?
Yes, I do. Let's get right into that shit.
All right. See what I did there?
Yes, I do. Here we go.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist Scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
There we go. All right. Are we good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Am I coming through? Am I muted?
Can hear you. Yeah.
All right. Let me get my jacket buttoned up, get my tie straight. So, while researching important shit for this episode, I started going, especially when I got to the Carol Baskin parts, I started trying to research the best places to hide bodies for no reason in particular.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was
that concerns me.
Yeah, I was wondering, what are good places to dispose of or hide a body?
Okay.
Oh, I can answer that.
Sure that's
and I'm sure you got answers. Mel. But I was wondering, and for no reason, I was just like, when I started thinking about the Carol Baskin ends of this, my brain just went there for some reason. Like, where could you hide a body? How could you dispose of human remains? So, what I have, and this is something that you might be familiar with from the Audacity, Mel.
Oh, yes.
It's similar to a thing you do did on the Audacity, and we're doing it here on the Shit Show.
Sweet.
I'm about to name, like, in my research, I found some spots where, or I found some stories about where human remains were found. And
man, I'm just saying, Monty, this is the type of shit you search that make the FBI come to your house, bro.
I was about to say.
I was thinking this the entire time I was searching. I was like, I'm going to be put on a list. I need to remember this.
With you right now.
Yeah, I was like, I need to remember that this is episode 106. When I get a knock at the door, I'll be like, no, look at episode 106 of my show. Right here. This is the timestamp you're looking for. This is why I was searching that.
I got
right
you.
now.
I got you. But like, first off, were you using NordVPN? Or
no.
Did you search on
no,
did you use the Tor browser?
No, I searched raw with no condom, Hannibal.
Man, that's how you get a virus.
No privacy screen.
No,
Right,
I searched raw.
NordVPN, the Tor browser, or at least something else that puts you on the dark web or something, Monty.
No,
you know what I'm saying? There's a way that you got to protect yourself in these situations.
Yeah. No, I go no protection. I go raw when I do these searches.
So you go in dry too?
Yeah, raw and dry. Like I just ram it in. I just type the search and hit enter. L. There you go. This is a handcrafted L, by the way. See, there's the. See, I made that. But anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna list 4 places where a body has been found.
Okay.
One of them I made up. So, let's see how good I am at this. And your job, Hannibal. Oh wait. Hannibal, Mel, and Pop is to guess which one is fake, along with you shitheads over here. That's where you are, right? You should be right here. All right. So, and how many plunger points do we want to give? Hannibal, what do you think?
Very clearly, I want to give away 33 plunger points.
Oh, why specifically 33?
Clearly, because you know the greatest superhero of all time, Jesus Christ, died when he was 33 years old.
Yeah,
you know, or he didn't exist. I don't know, something. Keep it moving.
All right, and look, I want to put this out. This is something we don't normally do on important shit. But Mel and Pop, would y'all like to add any plunger points to that?
Ooh.
It's a one-time ad. You can add a certain number of your plunger points, and it counts as you giving it out one time, no matter how many people win.
That 33 is perfect right there, man. I don't want to mess with that right now.
Wait.
I don't know. I was gonna say.
When I heard his reason, I was like, I'm not gonna mess with that.
Okay. Okay.
I'll mess with it. I don't care.
So what are you adding to it, Mel?
37.
Oh, you're gonna make it 37?
In lieu of Kevin
she's
Smith,
adding
man.
37 to it.
All right.
Kevin Smith. I'm 37. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's a Clerks reference.
All right.
Gosh.
All right. So that's
I appreciate the reference, Scientist Mel.
That's 70 plunger points.
Yes.
Y'all are getting 70 plunger points if you get this right.
That's a nice round number. God likes the number 7. 7 plus 0, 7. It's all right.
There you go. All right.
That'll be all right.
All right. Well, we're going to up the challenge on this. You're only going to get 30 seconds. When the minute I say the fourth one, the timer will start. And I said that to you, Zoe. The minute I start saying the fourth one, the timer will start. And the last one we see on screen, because there's extra latency on this show, the last one I see on screen is the last vote we count, because y'all are good at Google Food. So
I don't know. The last one we gave them 30 seconds with no latency, and we only had like 2 people got it right.
Yeah, but this is easy to search. This is easier to search.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, starting now, I'm about to start listing places human bodies have been found.
All right.
And I'm going to go through them kind of quick, so the timer will start quick.
All right, so 3 of them.
And you only get one vote.
Fake.
One vote. Only one vote counts.
One vote.
Yes.
Okay. Right. And it's the one that's not true, right?
Guess the one that's not true. 1, 2, 3,
We're looking for the lie.
Yes. So, first one. First place where human remains have been found.
Mm-hmm.
The set of CSI New York. Okay. Second, under Krispy Kreme. Third.
That's a nice way to die.
Inside of a teddy bear. Fourth, in a haunted house. And the timer's going now. So we can discuss. What questions do y'all have while that timer runs?
Oh.
Wow. Were they found with a lot of donuts at the Krispy Kreme?
Some, like maybe some, bits of donut.
See now that's the one I think is the lie.
The teddy bear one I can't get past right now.
Yeah, I couldn't get past that one either. So now I'm not okay.
It depends on how big the teddy bear is.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it's like a.
And the
furry
time's up.
convention.
Time's up. Huh? What's that? I just said what? All right. And time just ran out. So. Oh wait.
Am I
All
allowed to
right, give it
ask
another
one
30.
question?
Play it again.
Okay.
I just said 4 on the screen. There we go. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ask a question.
Was the teddy bear at a furry convention?
The teddy bear was not at a furry convention. And if y'all want clarifying questions, ask.
Okay.
Zoe's watching the chat, so.
Were
How
they
is that-
real
Go ahead.
human remains?
Yes, real human remains.
Okay.
How did they know the house was haunted?
I was about to say, because then I'd be like, all right, haunted house. Like, it's like a play on words there.
All right, whoever the last one was there.
I saw Ian Dubois.
Ian Dubois. All right. Well, let's start putting the real ones up. Here's the first real one. Right there.
Man dies in a haunted house mistaken for prop for almost 2 weeks. Damn. That sucks so
it's
hard.
like a commercial haunted house. Was
Yes.
this in Arkansas?
And you know what's extra fucked up about this is that people probably walked past his dead body for weeks and was like, man, that shit look fake as hell. It kept moving.
And look, I want to put this disclaimer out for every important shit. If whatever source I put up, if you find out that I pulled like a satire site and didn't realize it, and you check me on my shit, everybody that gets it gets their plunger points. Send me the proof though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
That feels like that should be in Arkansas though.
Yeah. See, there's.
No, it's definitely in Louisiana. It happened in real life. I'm trying not to reference it right now, but it's like somebody's just sitting there like, oh yeah, it's just a dead body, and we're just not gonna do anything.
That makes sense though, because that used to happen on Bourbon Street when there was like a flood back in the like 1800s and stuff. They just like Uncle Bob would just wash right up, and that's where the whole idea of zombies came from, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That's part of the lore, so it's fine. It's fine, guys.
I could see it happening in a haunted house. That's why, like when he said that, I was like, I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's a thing that can happen. Show the next one, Zoe.
Bear filled with human ashes.
Wow, the bear.
Was it a child?
Yes,
Did they,
this was someone's child that died, and they have their ashes stuffed in a bear that they have for it.
Wow.
I was like, I think the Krispy Kreme was a lie. I'm like, there's got to be something true about the bear, though.
Okay.
I was like, that's just too weird to be,
This is the one I thought was fake, because this sounded like Monty made this shit up. It sounded like Monty was like looking around his room, and he was like, man, I need to find something else that you wouldn't find. A teddy bear. That's what I'm going to say, a teddy bear. That's how I thought it was.
The same thing.
Look, Sci-Hi the Beast has no teddy bears. That's all I'm saying.
I thought Monty Kaiser Soze this answer. All right, I thought he looked around his room and was like, "Yep, that's the one." So even though I didn't vote, I got it wrong because this is the one I picked.
All right. So here's my question: is anybody guessing CSI?
No, that's
I think there is a dead body underneath Krispy Kreme. I think so.
You think there's a dead body under Krispy Kreme?
Right
think
now,
CSI is fake, and Mel thinks Krispy Kreme is fake.
Yeah, I think Krispy Kreme is fake. Although that'd be a wonderful way to go, man.
All right.
Hot and ready.
All right. Well, Zoe, show them which one is the real one.
Oh.
CSI New York location. Look at that.
So there you go. So
is
John Mulaney.
Is Krispy Kreme sponsoring this show?
Wait, is Krispy Kreme
There are
sponsoring
no
the show?
dead bodies underneath
Yes,
Krispy Kreme.
yes. And yes, this is the perfect time to announce the newest sponsor of Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, Krispy Kreme. There are no dead
Krispy
bodies under
Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. They were like, we saw what a
Alive
good
and
job
well,
y'all did with
Bavarian
the
cream.
gum and nut sponsor, so we wanted to go ahead and give you niggas some donuts. I'm with it.
If they ain't hot, man, you gotta heat them up. You gotta get them when they're hot, and that's the best time to eat them
Yeah.
Krispy Kremes. You
Yeah,
eat
and
them
listen.
get you
Yeah, and shitheads, when you go to Krispy Kreme, make sure when you put your order in, say Hannibal and Monty sent you. And
Yeah.
I can't tell you what the promo is, but they will hook you up.
They will.
Every time you go to Krispy Kreme, say Hannibal and Monty sent me.
Yeah.
And then I want you to film it when you do it. Hold your phone up. Like, that's part of the promo. Hold your phone up and go, Hannibal and Monty sent me. And then send those videos to us.
Awesome. I might do it for you then.
Yes.
I have to do one.
That's what I
You know,
want
this-
when you put your order in.
You know, this animated GIF in the background looks like if a cat found somebody's butt plug and just played around with it all day long. That's what it looks like. Until you realize it's a tiger, and then you realize that that's not a butt plug. I mean, it's still weird though. It's just like seeing him go to town on it.
Yes. So there you go. That was important shit. Let's get on to the next Have You Heard This Shit. We're not playing an intro for it. We're just going to talk about the next Joe Exotic.
I do have one question though, Monty.
What's that?
When are you gonna play Billy Ocean as important shit? Because you ain't done that, and it's been over a year.
It's coming. It's coming. Trust me. I've been trying to find the right way to weave it in. Like, I try to be very strategic with important shit and make it fit the general theme, even though we're not really ever really talking about anything except for themed episodes. But I noticed there's a flow to the episode, and I try to flow into that episode. Billy Ocean hasn't fit yet. It will.
It won't fit with that attitude, Monty. Also, 42 people watching, 35 likes. Let's go ahead and make the amount of people watching the show match the amount of people that like the show. Go ahead and click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to Hannibal Monty Shit Show, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man.
Yeah.
So y'all can watch this. Y'all can hang out with us all the time.
You know you love us. Do it. Make it happen. Sorry, I took a sip of my water.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I was like, why is Monty taking so long to say respond?
Because I was sipping on my water and trying to swallow it.
That's what she said.
Yes. See what you got? All right.
Hey Monty,
all right.
if they promo the show at Krispy Kreme, they may show that dead body that's really underneath there.
They might, and then they'll prove that my lie wasn't a lie. So I win. So
he said they'll prove that my lie wasn't a lie, so I win. I don't.
I use G-Man logic, Hannibal. I use G logic.
No, that sounds like the president.
That's just trolling you for the laws.
Yeah. I use G logic when it comes to important shit.
Oh God.
Yes. So let's talk about Starstruck.
Yes, this was Joe Exotic's second album, and this album is supposed to have 11 tracks on it, but I was only able to find about half the tracks, or like a little over 2/3 of the project. So we didn't get a chance to talk about them. And one or two of the songs on this album were also on the previous album. There we go, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is
Joe
another CD that I bought.
Oh God.
That has one fucking track on it for $10 fucking, and the raffle isn't working. I'm gonna figure out how to send these two plus the third one that's arriving tomorrow to 3 of you lucky shitheads.
And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get the one tomorrow, and that's gonna be a full-length album. It's gonna have like the
God.
bonus CD and like commentary. He's gonna be talking about the writing process and everything. It's gonna be so detailed.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
I ordered this shit at the beginning of the month, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Starstruck, Monty, what you think of this album art?
Oh, it's trash. It's overly photoshopped, as it's supposed to be. It's the same as the standard trash that was on the first one. Like, this is standard, sit on the shelf. Yeah, this is, if you know Joe Exotic, you'll go straight to it. If you don't, you move right past it. And you go for something more interesting. This is trash.
Penultima says, why are we looking at a poster ad for Farmers Only's new LGBT site? My name is Joe Exotic. I am gay. I have a mullet, and I am a farmer. That's exactly what that's what the commercial would be.
Yeah.
So, you know what's crazy about this album?
What's that?
Like, just like Tiger King, where you're rooting for like the least of the worst people.
Yeah.
This is like the best of all the bad albums to me. This is like his. This is his masterpiece. This is Joe Exotic.
I agree with you.
This is his To Pimp a Butterfly. This is his Marshall Mathers LP.
Oh, wow. Yes, it is. Holy shit, Pop, you are right.
This is the best of the terrible music that I heard where I was like, okay.
Yeah, this album has Here Kitty Kitty, which is arguably the best Joe Exotic.
No. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, Montel. Okay. Because you are wrong when you say that Here Kitty Kitty is arguably the.
Who sent us a nickel chat?
Scientist Mel.
You're here. You can talk.
I know. I just said I'm morally obligated to refund you for at least 2 Joe Exotic albums. Oh my god.
We spent $30 on Joe Exotic albums.
Yeah.
Or we spent at least $20 on 2 Joe Exotic songs.
That's what I mean. $20 for 2 of those songs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Monty very incorrectly said just now that Here Kitty Kitty is arguably the best Joe Exotic song. And he is wrong. It is not arguably the best Joe Exotic song. It is the best Joe Exotic song. Here Kitty Kitty is the best Joe Exotic song.
But you got a Joe Exotic song.
Yeah.
That's how,
he was spitting that truth. You know, like the meme with the kids like listen. It's like
listen.
This motherfucker is spitting.
But they're relatable.
In addition to the
in your heart.
in addition to the fact that the song is ironically funny as hell, it's also a really good song.
Yes,
and it's so freaky. Like like this is a well-written song. Like this is a well-written country song, right?
Yeah.
Like this song would be like if Reba McEntire ever did a movie where she tried to be a badass. Like if they did like a female version of Roadhouse, right? This would be the song that they would play, right?
If they played this song in the background of A Star Is Born at just like a random moment in the movie, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd just be like rolling with it. Like
yes. Listen, and look, this is the best Joe Exotic song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yeah, and look,
Life After Death, Joe Exotic.
Yeah, and even this version, and as I played in the intro, I played the Offspring version, and again I say, Offspring's doing nothing for me because they don't even know we exist. Go check out Offspring doing Here Kitty Kitty. It is fucking incredible. They took this song that is the best of his work and made it actually awesome. Offspring is one of my all-time favorite bands. They fucking killed this shit. So go check out Offspring doing Here Kitty Kitty. And then if you don't like it, you can watch a guy in a tiger suit bail while doing skate tricks throughout the entire video. It's great.
So random.
Adult Swim series.
Yes. So
What's What's the low points for everybody on this album? What's the worst song on this album?
I think I've got it pulled up.
Look, another high point for me is Bring It On, because I find that hilarious, along with the video that goes with it.
Yeah, that one is pretty funny.
Yeah,
I think I should have watched the videos. I didn't watch none of the videos.
Yeah. Oh, I watched the videos.
They help.
Because You Love Me is pretty standard and back to first album type shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a low point.
Well, it was just the reason why I said this is his best album is because this was the only one that wasn't really hurting my mind and my heart to listen to. So they're all like, they're kind of like all running together a little bit, the songs. But I remember listening and I remember being like, okay, like it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this pandemic type thing. You know?
I don't know. It's like the first album was like a really rough shiatsu massage, and you were just you felt so much better when it was over. You know what I mean? It just like beat the crap out of you, and then you were just like, wow, that's so great. It's like you're glad that the pain stopped, and you're like, that wasn't so bad. It's like, oh.
It was like a break. It was like deep theta music compared to the other two albums I heard. That was So that's does anybody have anything else to say about Starstruck?
No.
All right. Can we just talk about how there was a little bit of rap? I wanted to talk about how there was just a little bit of somebody rapping on 96 Elephants, but you know, because look, listen. If you having elephant problems, I feel bad for you, son. I've got 96 elephants and a bitch ain't one. Anyway,
Carol Baskin.
We've been ignoring the shitheads. What do we have? What are the shitheads saying? I'm sorry, y'all. Torture episode. We got Mel and Pop. They're matching each other's energy. It's hard to keep up with the chat.
So look, I want to get back into the cast because I want to see what everybody's fantasy cast is for the rest of the rest of Tiger King. So for the villain,
can I go first on this with this next casting?
Of course, Monty. Who did you have cast to play Jeff Lowe?
All right, to play Jeff Lowe in my cast, I picked Nimrod from the X-Men.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, even though clearly Nimrod is way too powerful, like for that universe, but I understand the connection there.
Yeah,
I understand why you would choose
based
Nimrod
on what we just read. Jeff Lowe sitting there going, "All right, this piece, that piece." Not knowing the X-Men are trying to figure out how to break down how he's piecing that shit together. Mm-hmm. Nimrod. Like he's sitting there, he knows what's up. Nimrod. That's my pick. Okay. So, there you go.
All right. Like that you already, it was already loaded and ready to go. Okay.
That's because I whispered it into the producer's ear because she's sitting right across from me. So
I got it.
She's like, oh, I'll take it. That makes it easy. So, look, we'll make it challenging. We'll go to Pop next from me. We'll go right below me.
Okay. For Jeff Lowe?
Yeah.
That's one of those ones I was having a hard time with.
Okay.
I don't really... if I had to pick somebody, I was thinking, like in a wrestler vibe, I was thinking... I don't know, man. That was a hard one for me to pick. I had a couple of people that came to mind, but I wasn't able to really narrow it down. So I couldn't really get a cast member for him. I was thinking at first Sting, but I couldn't go Sting. You remember Sting, the wrestler?
I remember Sting.
Yeah. Which is disturbing why I keep casting all these people.
You know what? Pull up Sting. I think Sting will work for Jeff Lowe. Let's pull up Sting, unless you got somebody better.
I can't think of anything, friend. I really put my energy into Joe. I put my energy into Joe, but I didn't get him.
All right. So you didn't get Jeff Lowe. See, I kind of like Sting. I think you might have hit on something with Sting. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah, Sting could work. Sting could work.
Yeah. Like I see it right here on up there. Like once it look at that. Look at that,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Fine.
Why you doubting yourself, Pop?
I don't know, man. It's just, I guess I gotta lean into it, man. I was like,
You know what? Random shithead poll. Did he make a mistake by not going with Sting? And look. To pose a Hannibal-esque question, fair or foul that he didn't go with Sting as his pick for Jeff Lowe. Fair or foul? Let us know what you think. Before we end this, Hannibal will read off your fair or fouls.
All right.
All right,
You
Mel,
don't want to
what
hear
did you
my
pick?
pick?
Yeah, what's
Crap.
your pick, Mel?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Oh
Ooh.
shit!
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn, Mel.
Yeah,
Wait,
you got
thinking about
Jodie
that.
Foster as Carol Baskin. You
Yeah.
got fucking
Nick Cage as
Nick Cage as Doc Antle,
Yeah.
and then you got
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson as Jeff Lowe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Look at that. Yes. Look at that.
Yes.
yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
really good. That's really good.
Wow. Okay.
That's really good.
Okay. Wow. That's a good pick.
Very strong.
That's a good pick. Shit.
We might be on
Hey,
this.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and Zoe, also, I love you, Zoe, but fuck you for finding a better way to do it than the one I showed you.
Drop one or two bombs for Zoe, all right? Zoe's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Zoe's
showed her
awesome.
some shit. I'm like, you do this and you do all that. And she was looking at me like, that's confusing. And then I look over and she's like, this is the easy way. You could have just told me that when I did it wrong in front of you.
Zoe is much more efficient at running the show than Carol Baskin is at running Big Cat Rescue.
Then who? Than
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Yep, we're gonna make an honest woman out of this bitch.
Hello, you crazy cats and kittens.
I love when in the documentary where she'll tell a joke and then she'll laugh at the joke that she told.
I'm so funny, it's great.
All right. Just real quick, because we are creeping towards the end of this show. Not creeping, we're running towards the end of this show. We should hit the next segment, where, I might add, that's where you shitheads got the idea for the Alaska disc. This is my second question, is for you, Hannibal. What's eating Hannibal?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about it. I
Here we
got
go.
some shit.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster, original gangster.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA. They shit on Chicago. They shit on Miami. They shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians. They hate the South. They hate the rain. They hate the snow. They hate murder. They hate crime. They hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. Blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Done. So why is my background Joe Exotic playing the guitar? It's like, what's going on like that? Okay, first things first, because I didn't do this. Ty, lovely producer Zoe, did you give Zoe the clip, Monty?
Do you have the clip, Zoe? She has it. All right.
Okay. So look, I guess because I haven't done this yet. So Zoe, the lead-in is gonna be you rat bastard, you a snitch, and snitches get stitches.
All right, there we go.
You got
there we go.
All right. I'll lead into it, Zoe, to make it easy, and make sure you got the volume turned up on that clip. All right. So here we go, guys. what's eating Hannibal today is snitches. All right, we're gonna talk about some snitches. All right, and we're gonna talk about Tiger King and white people dry snitching on each other. Okay, so first off, let's talk about exactly what a snitch is and the difference between a snitch and just telling on people. Okay, a snitch is someone who commits a crime with other people, and when they get caught, this person tells on all the other people that were involved in the crime. That is what a snitch is. So, if someone robs your house and you call the police, that's not snitching. But if you and your homeboy rob somebody's house and you get caught and you tell on your homeboy, then guess what? You a rat bastard and a snitch, and snitches get stitches.
Here it comes.
If I find out you done snitched on us, I'm gonna bust a cab in your tiny piece of bread ass.
There you go. That's right. Now, there we go. Now, the act of dry snitching is when a criminal gets caught doing something and then they volunteer information on a crime that the cops don't know nothing about and didn't ask about. That's what dry snitching is. Ain't nobody ask you about selling cocaine to Caitlin or that time that you threw a cup of pee in that woman's face at Panda Express, okay? You volunteered that information. You rat bastard, stop dry snitching because snitches get stitches.
If I find out you done snitched on us, I'm gonna bust a cab in your tiny piece of bread ass.
That's right. Now, this piece of shit known as Jeff Lowe wanted to get rid of Joe Exotic as the controlling figurehead for the GW Zoo. So Jeff Lowe and James Garretson decided to meet at an Applebee's, and they decided to message Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue and tell her that they had dirt on Joe Exotic, all right? And they would sell her that information for $500,000. Now, this is the most bitch-made shit ever, and this bitch-made action here is what spiraled everything straight to hell. James Garretson gets a call from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. This dude illegally owns a lemur. Okay, and Fish and Wildlife is gonna make him do time over that. So in turn, this man who in his own words hates the government and hates the USDA, this dude said, I thought about it for a couple of weeks. I thought it was the noble thing to do, so I signed up to be a confidential informant.
God, saving your own ass.
All right.
What the fuck, bro? You got caught with a lemur and you gonna start throwing other niggas under the bus? Now he said in the Netflix documentary that his lawyer told him that they had his ass nailed to the wall, and clearly James Garretson didn't want to do any hard time. But I did a little bit of research, and it looks like the crime of illegally owning a lemur would be criminal prosecution for a misdemeanor, punishable for 6 months in county jail and a fine up to $1,000. You mean to tell me you came off the fine and did the time because instead you decided to snitch on everybody and become a CI, become a confidential informant? You piece of shit, rat bastard, you fucking snitch. You were the reason that snitches get stitches.
If I find out you done snitched on us, I'm gonna bust a cab in your tiny piece of bread ass.
Right, and Jeff Lowe, the walking affliction apparel commercial, has denied multiple times since the release of Tiger King that he set up Joe Exotic. In the documentary, Jeff Lowe said, what is setting a person up? Is it
what do you mean by the word is?
What is setting a person up? Is it turning them in or allowing them to talk while you're recording them? Is that setting them up? They call it a setup. I call it investigate. And did I him from time to time? Probably, because I wanted that soundbite to give to the authorities to convict him and get him out of business. Real quick, I just want to go back for a second. Jeff Lowe said, what is setting a person up? Is it turning them in or allowing them to talk while recording them? Is that setting them up? Nigga, yes! That is exactly what it means to set somebody the fuck up. Okay? You should have told Joe Exotic, stop playing with your name, Jeff Lowe. Okay? You could have went and talked to him like a man. You knew a few places he was at, and you could have pulled up on Joe, but you ain't think that gangster. Okay, you could have looked Joe in his eyes like a man and told Joe Exotic to put some respect on your name. Now you got. Cause I ain't got no more talking. Jeff Lowe, you a rat bastard, a snitch. Everybody knows that snitches get stitches.
If I find out you done snitched on us, I'm gonna bust a cap in your tiny piece of bread ass.
There you go.
Right there.
Bro. I was waiting to hear a lie, and I never heard one lie in that whole rant.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't either.
I mean, all facts.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Look, Ian, I says I didn't set him up. I just all the things that qualify for setting him up.
Yeah, I just moved all this stuff over here so that he would end up set up.
That's setting up.
I've had people try to set me up, not with legalities, but still. I'm just like,
yeah,
that's setting up.
And then it blows up in their face, and I'm sitting there going, "What do you think you had?"
Yeah, exactly. And I've seen some of your setups. Like, this is bullshit. Speaking of setups, let's move on to the person that was getting set up, because we're at that point. Let's wrap it up. Well, shit, we got 10 minutes.
Okay, we can do this.
All right, look, we're gonna go real fast, real quick. I want to say this: the last album we were gonna go through was "Have You Heard This Shit?" or was "Classic Rock" by the Clinton Johnson.
Yes.
By Clinton and Johnson. These are the motherfuckers that originally sang Joe Exotic songs.
Yes. Joe Exotic has been Milli Vanillian the hell out of these. Like, he paid these people to sing his songs. So when y'all see him, when y'all hear these Joe Exotic songs, y'all aren't hearing Joe Exotic. You were hearing right there the Clinton Johnson Band.
Yes, that's the Clinton Johnson Band. This was their first album, Classic Rock, which is actually way better than any other Joe Exotic band. The album art is better than any Joe Exotic album art. The production, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same. In my opinion, it was the same. Hannibal, what'd you think?
So the production is, it's just like all the other albums, except instead of it just being exclusively traditional country, you got a little bit of classic rock feel on it.
Yeah.
And the album has 5 songs on it, which is what I like the most about it.
Yes.
What I like the most about it is that it had 5 songs.
Yeah. And I got a funny story to tell about booking this episode, but we'll get into it in a private show with patrons.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool,
Not here.
cool.
Not here. Mel and Pop, what did y'all think before we get into the last little bit of this show?
It sounded very country, very folky. Like, it just, like I said, I wanted to hate it, but I didn't. It was all bad, but it wasn't as bad as the first Joe. Like, that album was the worst. This was kind of like tolerable. You can tell the other people had talent, but I did say this to to Hannibal. None of them sounded at all like Joe. Like, I mean, it didn't sound. It sounded like a different person each song, basically.
Yeah, every single one. I mean, if you listen the way he speaks, you're like, there's no way the sound came out of his mouth.
Right.
Not at all. not even a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, there we go. Mel, do you have anything to add?
I thought it was a better production value, like production quality. They spent a bit more time on this one. I thought the every car behind me is a cop was particularly hilarious.
Yes, that was.
What the hell is this song?
No, and that's the thing I liked about them. This is what these guys were always trying to do, but they met Joe and got fucked. That's a whole other story that we're going to save for a private stream with patrons. If you're not a patron, patreon.com/5H1T. We will make it. Might happen on one of our gaming streams.
Look, I'm gonna just look. There's one song on this album. It's called "Every Car Behind Me Is a Cop."
That's what Mel was talking about.
I feel that shit, nigga. Okay,
I stole $3,000.
Look, talk.
Great show, guys.
Listen, that
Keep it
song
up.
spoke to my
Love this
spirit.
5H1T.
Thank you. Who was that?
That was from Kilo. Well, no, I'm sorry, that was from Faberino. He says, "Great show, guys. Keep it up. Love this shit."
Thank you, Faberino. Faberino, you are the man. Faberino is killing it with the donos. Like, you coming through, man. Thanks.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's move into our casting for the star of this Tiger King shit. And let's see who hasn't gone first yet.
Well, I haven't gone first yet.
There you go, Hannibal. Take it away.
Yeah. So, all right, for like I said, keep in mind, I'm casting the Black Tiger King.
This is for Joe Exotic.
Yes, I was casting the Black Tiger King. Okay.
Yes.
And clearly,
The
who would
Rottweiler
be-
King.
Yeah, well, the
Rottweiler
Rottweiler King. And who would be the king of the Rottweilers? Clearly, it's Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is. Yeah. Dave Chappelle is Joe Exotic, and Kevin Hart would play his first husband.
All right, that picture we won't have.
Oh my gosh.
I also had Keith David as Jeff Lowe, and I had Giancarlo Esposito, the black dude from Breaking Bad who ran the chicken place.
Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
They made a black version of Tiger King, and Dave Chappelle played Joe Exotic.
Oh my god.
Big thing on earth for like years. This would be the coming to America. Rottweiler King? Hell yeah.
Oh god,
Okay.
please write that screenplay. Y'all
Yes.
write that screenplay.
That needs to happen.
please.
That needs to happen. Oh my God!
I will
Look,
throw my money at that.
Look, I'll go next, just so that we keep it easier. I picked Corsair. I'm always bad at pronouncing his name. Scott Summers' dad from X-Men. Right there.
Yep. And
Space
that's
Pirate.
a great picture of him too.
Yeah. See?
That's good.
I also would have accepted Booster Gold
Yeah.
as well. I mean, I know he's not from that universe, but he's kind of gay. So.
Yeah. No, I was all X-Men. What are you talking about?
No,
My
I see
entire
what you
cast
did.
was
That's the
X-Men.
thing. He's not part of that universe, but you know, he's still kind of gay.
Yeah, yeah. Like this is who I would have picked. Pop Mel. Which one of y'all want to go first?
Hey Pop, have at it, man.
You sure?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Given Hollywood always want to put like a good-looking guy, I thought it would be funny to have Jeremy Renner, or however you pronounce his
Jeremy
name. who
Renner.
played,
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right.
Jeremy.
Hawkeye. Okay.
And I just thought it'd be funny to look at him have to act like that. It would be the funniest thing in the world.
Actually, I think Jeremy Renner could pull it off.
Oh
I think
yeah.
so. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, that's a good one. I like Jeremy. I don't know if I've ever seen Jeremy Renner show that level of range in the
Right.
characters that he played.
That's what we
That's
want
a
to
good
see,
picture.
though. That's
But
what we want
he
to see.
played-
We want to see Hawkeye.
Look at that. Look at that.
turning people into their
Yeah.
husbands.
See? I think he could pull that off.
Yeah. Well, he has to get to Prince Albert though.
Yeah.
Put
What?
a
Wait, you're
mullet
saying
on
he'd have to
Jeremy
go all the way
Renner.
through it?
Put that blonde hair on Jeremy Renner, like with the
Yeah.
with the
No.
it's just-
Yeah. No. I'm picturing it. I think he could do it.
I
Yes.
think so. I think that's a good pick, man. That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's a damn good pick. Yes.
That's a good job on that, man.
All right, Mel. What do you have?
Okay, so again, I was going a different route, Coen Brothers stuff.
Okay.
One of my favorite character actors. I have seen this man has so much range. I've seen him in, Seth MacFarlane films. I've seen him in Sky Captain Tomorrow.
Okay.
I've seen him play so many different roles. I went with Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
I went with
That-
Giovanni Ribisi.
Giovanni
He's got a
Ribisi. Yeah, he would be a perfect Joe Exotic.
He has the ability to like change
looks
his
like Zoe
face
found it. All right.
and
All
looks so weird. It's just like He's unrecognizable.
Yeah,
in
I don't
some
even
way.
know who y'all are talking about. So Zoe found it, so we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Oh,
have you
is
seen
it that guy? Oh shit! Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really good.
See? Shit. Okay. Damn.
He was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. He was the guy that was going to marry the prostitute. And they were waiting until they got married to have sex.
Yeah, no. You nailed it. That's
He's
perfect.
he's doing prostitution all wrong. Okay, that's not how that works.
That movie is hilarious. It's a very underrated Seth MacFarlane film, but that I feel exactly like him living where I live, being a science person.
Scientist Mel, did you get the husband with the missing teeth? I forgot his name.
Oh no, I didn't do his. I didn't think about that.
I'll tell you.
I did do Carol Baskin's husband.
We had
Carol Baskin, I consider that bitch to be one of the biggest terrorists in the exotic animal world right now.
All right, Joe, we hear you. Joe and Mag. Joe, how did you find our stream from prison? Calm down, Joe.
Simmer down.
I have a question real fast because somebody in the chat earlier had suggested Charlize Theron, and we were asking the question about because Monty loved that idea until he figured out that she was African.
We're starting this now?
She's a white woman, but she's African. So the question is, does her African blood make her less attractive to you now, or is she still the same level of attractive, Monty?
She's Schrodinger's African. She's both African and not African.
There you go.
You know what, Hannibal?
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween in Collard Green.